Hello, this is High Templar with my new Total War Warhammer DLC analysis video, and today we'll be talking about Skarsnik Campaign. So, there was an official Total War stream just a few hours ago, and that was a stream containing the Skarsnik Campaign, and we can see this campaign in all its glory. So, this is actually quite interesting campaign, very different from your normal green skins. Let's just review that. We are starting very far into these mountains, just south of Reichland. So in between the dwarves, basically. And the Skarsnik is a powerful melee fighter. That's just mostly because of the Gobo here, Gobbler. And then we have he starts with the Goblin Big Boss hero. He has unique skills that improve goblins, and we will review that shortly. And he has unique and vicious pet Squeak Gobbler. So he also starts with the with those units, including a Ragnarok Spider. So yeah, that's pretty hardcore. And you also have unique building chain in character 8 peaks. Your upkeep for all the goblin units is minus 40%, but at the same time you cannot get any orc units before you can only recruit them in character 8 peaks. So before you will get there, you cannot recruit any, and that is an issue. Also, there is no iron there, so no additional decrease in costs with the Black Orcs when you finally will get there. Also, hero action costs minus 50% and they receive 100% experience, which is very, very nice indeed. So whenever you will do anything with those guys, they will have significantly higher levels than most other guys. So we need to focus on goblins and we need to focus on heroes. We will get that, we will get ability to do just that, and we do have those spiders building, so we can build entire stacks of Arachnaroks if we make things right, basically. So let's review these special skills that people were talking about. Firstly, we have this Dripping Tips skill, which is, I believe, similar as Vurzag ability to give entire army magical attacks. This actually gives entire army poison attacks. Unfortunate is that it replaces anything what was there before. So if the unit was doing magical attacks, it is now doing poison attack. If the unit was doing thunder armor attack, like some of the regiments of renown, it will no longer do the thunder armor, it will do the poison attack. The other thing that is very important here is the Gobos. This is a unique skill instead of the boys, and basically those gives +7 for melee attack for goblins and night goblins, and +12 for goblins and night goblins on the second level, plus 15% of the charge bonus, which is not that much. However, I believe that would also include Squeak Hoppers, which do have significant charge bonus, and this will grow at the level 3. And I can only assume the bonus at the level 3 is at least 17 for the melee attack and at least 25 for charge bonus, if not 30. That is actually making the goblins useful, because you must understand a few things here. We are starting this game absolutely surrounded by the enemies like the Empire and most importantly the dwarves. And if dwarf full stack will come to you, full stack of goblin spearmen and goblin archers will not do much. Even skulkers, they won't do much against, because of the low morale. They will just run away. So when the auto-resolve will give you a beneficial outcome of the battle, actually playing it might make you lose it because of the because of the morale, and especially on legendary difficulty, when you actually have your morale lowered and your enemy has higher morale, that makes those wars pretty much unbreakable, and your guys will run. So this is something you need to remember. Without the Gobos skill, your army is absolutely not usable, and that's just it. Because you won't be able to get any Night Goblin units anytime soon, you will be stuck with the whole stacks of Goblin Spearmen and Goblin Archers, and this is not really what you want. So, also these guys have a Skarsnik Bad Moon banner, which makes any Goblin unit unbreakable, attack +5, melee +5, and causes terror, which is, as you can see here, which is a very interesting item indeed. Very, very, very interesting indeed. Secondly, I just wanted to point out how useful are some of the units here. And because of, for example, Goblin Fanatics right now are basically thrown out on demand, they will wield enormous amount of kills, and also Goblin Hoppers is an excellent unit that will kill your enemies very efficiently, as you can see right now. People would and also you will have access to some regiments of renown, and this is quite interesting because you will have access to those Goblin Wolf Riders that are actually causing terror, so you might want to use that. And yeah, this is pretty much into the campaign. Those guys, like I said, they can only recruit Goblin Spearmen right now, and they are working with this Goblin Spearmen spam, and against the dwarves, especially inside the Karak, that won't do anything, pretty much. Your army will just run away. Heavy infantry, heavy archer units, heavy range units, armies will make you run away. And we actually seen in the stream the army that was full stack of rangers, and because the morale of those units are very low, they run like hell. So yeah, this is an army, for example, including already some of the regiments, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And like I said, there is some promotional material containing what this guy have. Like if you want to, this is taken from the Twitter. You can review that. Basic abilities that these guys have, and what else? Oh yeah, this is one of these huge battles that contained those armies, and you can see those guys are actually fighting dwarves, but the important thing is that arc. You see that ability is actually Goblin Fanatics, so they will be going somewhere in this arc. Actually, they can just go this way or that way, it's just general direction when they will be going. So you have to be very careful, they are not very accurate. I would put them much closer to this unit and release only then. Because in this particular case, one of those fanatics went this way, one went straight into the enemy, straight into your own troops, and only one was carving through the dwarves. So be careful. Some of the Arachnaroks and some of the these are actually some of the fanatics going off through during one of the battles, and these are the buildings available for goblins. And as you can see, you can only get spearmen on level 1, and you get only skulkers and goblin archers on level 2. So to get any decent units, like really decent, you would have to go all the way to level 3, and that is kind of hard to do at the beginning of the game. but you can build this wolf. I mean, not a wolven, but building that's actually produced squigs. This is, I believe, Squig Cave. So yeah, on the level 3 you will have both. On the level 3 you will have both night goblins, proper night goblins, and the squigs. You can also go all spiders and get a Ragnarok then later, but right now fanatics are much more useful than before. So there is also beside the herd you can also see the eternal unit here that I will show. I will show also slightly further. I have some better screenshots of those eternal units. However, we have encountered the clan Angrund, and on the stream those guys have beaten it. However, mind you, the rank of you are starting with the war with these guys, and you are not that far away from them. This is your province, this is your starting province, and it's actually bordering the province that clan Angrund have. And those guys are rank 1. So that was like 20 turns in a game, I believe, and they were already rank 1, probably due to those very high leveled, I mean, those eternal agents. Basically, you are starting with 3 or 4 of them. You would have to review this to make details. Also, those dwarves in the clan in the dark blue uniforms of the clan Angrund looks pretty nice indeed. Yeah, and these are some additional regiments of renown. If you want to have more about this, I already made a review for the regiments of the renown and the new units with the stats in 2 separate videos in very much detail in the last night video that was connected to the Skarsnik quest battle, and previously also some of the units in the Belegar quest battle. So, but yeah, just in my previous video in the Skarsnik quest battle, all the units, all the stats were revealed. But yeah, those guys, we can review some of those guys again. I wanted to make a better screenshot because sometimes if you make a Twitch looks fine, but if you make a screenshot it's a bit fuzzy. But yeah, I was able to make those guys, for example, which were quite nice. And the final screenshot here is made for the Karak Izor on the first turn, when you can see those eternal units just by the Belegar Iron Hammer army. And if you use them correctly, they are probably very, very overpowered. So this is it for the campaign. There was nothing spectacular. There were a few battles. You can review that. You have to watch out because, like I said, you have all goblin army, and those goblins have very low morale and they are very weak units. If you start with the Empire, for example, even the swordmen would beat those goblins very easily, and then you will have access to some very good archers units like crossbowmen. And when the goblins have access to the squig hoppers, the Empire already have access to the Empire Knights. So there is a discrepancy in the power, and this minus 40% upkeep is very important, and this Gobos skill, which actually makes Gobos competitive. Those guys haven't used them for some reason, didn't notice that it is just so powerful, so watch out for that. Yeah, and this is it. I hope you like it. If you did, press like, comment if you will, and see my other analysis videos for the DLCs, my mechanics videos for Total War series, and my Let's Plays for Total War series and other games. Thank you for watching, and see you later.